Do you ever find yourself lying in bed at 2 a.m., replaying that one conversation you had earlier that day? Wondering if you said something weird or if your tone was off? Maybe even imagining a million scenarios of what could happen next? You're not alone. We've all been there, caught in the web of overthinking. And here's the kicker. The more we think, the more we want things to be perfect. But what happens when overthinking meets perfectionism? Spoiler? It's like a roller coaster that never stops, but the track keeps getting messier. In today's video, we're going to unravel the connection between overthinking and perfectionism, why it makes us feel like we're stuck in mental quicksand, and how to finally break free. So grab a snack and let's dive into this whirlwind of thoughts, because we're about to make sense of it all. All right, picture this. You've got a project due tomorrow, and you're feeling pretty good about it. You start, you finish, and then you look at it again. Maybe I can tweak this part. So you make a change. But then you spot something else. And before you know it, you're revising the same sentence for the third time. You start feeling like your brain's in a hamster wheel, going round and round, but not really getting anywhere. And this, my friend, is the first clue that overthinking and perfectionism have tagged in for the fight of your life. Let's get this out of the way. Overthinking is like that one friend who loves to play devil's advocate all the time. What if this happens? What if that happens? And before you know it, you've spiraled into a mental tornado, asking every possible question about the situation. You've probably caught yourself thinking, should I text them now or wait? Did I laugh too loud in that meeting? Oh no, do they think I'm weird? These thoughts pop up out of nowhere and multiply like bunnies. And the more we think about them, the more complicated the situation becomes. It's like trying to untangle headphones in your pocket, but you end up with a bigger knot than before. You see, overthinking is actually a defense mechanism. Your brain is constantly trying to predict what could happen. And in theory, that's a great survival skill. But in modern life, not so much. Overthinking just makes everything feel like a high-stakes game, even if the stakes are ridiculously low. It's like preparing for a thunderstorm when the forecast says just cloudy with occasional rain. Now let's bring in perfectionism, the cousin of overthinking who's always taking things too far. Perfectionism is the belief that if you can just get everything perfect, everything will be okay. It's that voice in your head telling you, if it's not flawless, it's a failure. Perfectionism sounds like it's just about doing your best, right? But here's the twist. Perfectionism is a mental trap. You start doing everything with the mindset that it has to be flawless, and you end up spending way more time on a task than needed. Have you ever spent hours trying to write the perfect email? You get caught up in the wording, the tone, even the subject line, and you wonder if it's all coming off just right. Meanwhile, you've missed out on doing other things, or even taking a break. That's perfectionism for you. It holds you hostage to your own standards. Now, what happens when overthinking and perfectionism meet? It's like the perfect storm of mental chaos. Overthinking makes you question every decision, and perfectionism tells you that it has to be flawless. Put them together, and you get a mind that's constantly spinning, never satisfied, and always second-guessing. Let me give you a real-life example. You're working on a project, you finish your first draft, but then you start doubting everything. What if this paragraph sounds weird? What if I could have used a better word? What if they think I'm weird? And before you know it, you're changing things again and again, stuck in an endless loop of fixing things that didn't even need fixing. You're not improving the work, you're just sinking deeper into the rabbit hole. And here's the truth. The more you overthink, the less you actually do. You get stuck in analysis paralysis, where you're so busy trying to be perfect, you stop making progress completely. It's like running on a treadmill. You're moving, but you're not going anywhere. The funny thing is, we all know deep down that perfect isn't real. But that little voice says, just one more tweak, and then it'll be perfect. But in reality, perfect doesn't exist. It's like chasing a mirage in the desert. You can see it, you can almost touch it, but it's always just out of reach. We're all guilty of this, spending hours on something small, thinking it needs to be perfect when it was already good enough. And that belief, it's exhausting. So what can we do? How do we break this cycle? First, realize this. Perfection is a trap. You'll never reach it, and that's okay. Try this instead. Give yourself permission to be imperfect. Let go of the need to have everything figured out. Set a deadline and stick to it. Done is better than perfect. The world won't end if your work isn't flawless. In fact, it might be better because you spent your energy creating, not just overthinking. Another step, when you start overthinking, pause. Observe your thoughts. Don't fight them, just notice them and say, I'm overthinking right now. Then move forward. And remember, mistakes are not failure, they're lessons. Here's the beautiful part. When you stop chasing perfection, you actually start improving. You become more productive, more creative, less stressed. You take action, you grow, because you're not afraid anymore. Life isn't about perfection, it's about progress. And if you keep chasing perfect, you miss the journey. So embrace the mess, embrace the mistakes, and keep moving. All right, let's wrap this up. Overthinking and perfectionism feel helpful, but they're not. They hold you back. So it's time to break the cycle and allow yourself to be human. If you relate to this, tell me in the comments, how do you deal with overthinking and perfectionism? If this helped you, hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this. Remember, done is better than perfect. You've got this. See you in the next one.